Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Tempo Storm Wild Meta Snapshot breakdown for Ashes of Outland. We're in the midst of a massive meta shift following the July 14th balance changes that affected a wide range of the format's most powerful cards. As a result of these changes, Pirate Warrior and Odd Demon Hunter have seen a staggering drop in popularity, and many archetypes that were held back by their presence are making a comeback. Even so, Jaina and Khadgar are the big winners of the changes, with Quest Mage and Reno Mage assuming the top spots in Tier 1. The top tiers are still adjusting to the changes even as the next expansion looms on the horizon, so come join our experts as we track the format's latest developments. As always, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Strategy YouTube channel and ring the bell to stay up to date with our wild Hearthstone content. Now let's begin. The big story of the balance changes is the fall of Wild's top aggro decks, Pirate Warrior and Odd Demon Hunter. Both decks warped the format around them, prompting the other decks to take an anti-aggro slant and discouraging all but the most defensive combo decks from even existing. Now that the nerfs are live, Warrior and Demon Hunter have all but disappeared, and all of the other top tier decks are scrambling for position. For Pirate Warrior, the balance changes have hit the deck hard in more ways than one. The Corsair Cash nerf itself is a serious blow to pirate builds that focus on upgrading their weapons, reducing their damage output, and limiting their board control power. An even bigger issue though is the accompanying drop in Odd Demon Hunter, which has drastically changed Pirate Warrior's positioning in the meta. Now that one of its best matchups is gone, and some of its poorer matchups are on the rise again, Pirate Warrior has fallen back down to Tier 2 in our snapshot. That's not to say Corsair Cash builds can't be successful, and we're likely to see the deck revert back to Ankar-only builds as anti-weapon tech continues to drop out of the meta. As for Odd Demon Hunter, the recent nerfs have turned the deck completely upside down, with the mana cost nerf to Warglaves of Azzinoth taking the powerful weapon out of Baku's arsenal, and the Metamorphosis nerf cutting the card's damage output. Demon Hunter's ability to manage the board and deal damage in the later turns is seriously hampered. As a result, confidence in Odd Demon Hunter has dropped precipitously, making Demon Hunter a relatively rare sight on ladder and dropping it back down to Tier 2. That doesn't mean the deck is completely unplayable, but the class is definitely in a state of flux. Some players are having success with adding cards like Priestess of Fury and Cobalt Spellkin in order to improve the deck's weakened late game, but whether these adjustments will be enough to return Demon Hunter to power is still up in the air. With Warrior and Demon Hunter falling out of the meta, the remaining top tiers are seeing a serious shakeup, and no deck is better equipped to take advantage of the chaos than Tempo Quest Mage. The deck's Sorcerer's Apprentice spell generation combos and extra turn OTK game plan are a nightmare to deal with if you're not playing fast aggro, so now that there are fewer aggro decks, Quest Mage is free to prey on the slow and greedy decks that remain. As a result, Quest Mage is back to dominating the top legend ranks, making it the early frontrunner in the post-nerf meta. Reno Quest Mage is also doing quite well in this brave new world, following Tempo Quest Mage closely in Tier 1. With less fast aggro in the format, Reno Quest Mage is no longer punished for always starting the game with Quest in hand, and it has more time to develop its game-ending combo with Time Warp and Archmage Vargoth. Beyond that, the Highlander package of Reno Jackson, Kazakis, and Zephrys the Great gives the deck the tools to find its way out of almost any dangerous scenario. Our featured build is still geared towards respecting aggro, with cards like Sky General Crag and Gluttonous Ooze, but we're likely to see some of those cards change as the meta further develops. Reno Pocket Galaxy Mage is still around too, and now that games are generally going longer, the Luna's Pocket Galaxy game plan may be stronger than ever, even with the nerf to Dragoncaster pushing Pocket Galaxy back a turn. Our featured list cuts Dragoncaster altogether and finds room for more meta-specific counters like Dirty Rat, Skulking Geist, and Potion of Polymorph in an effort to get ahead of opposing combo decks. And we're still not done with the top tier Reno decks just yet. Reno Priest is still on the prowl, and with the Highlander package and the Raza Anduin combo, it's well equipped to deal with slower aggro decks and greedier control decks alike. That being said, Reno Priest is in danger of falling out of Tier 1 as the meta develops. With fewer aggro decks to prey upon, and with Quest Mage looming large as Priest's Achilles heel, Reno Priest is going to need to change with the times, so expect to see Reno Priest pilots swap their anti-aggro tech cards out for cards like Dirty Rat and Skulking Geist. Rounding out Tier 1, Cube Warlock is yet another deck that's on the rise following the demise of Demon Hunter. Without Consume Magic around, and with a lack of silence and transform effects in the meta in general, Cublock's Void Caller into Big Demon game plan has few remaining deterrents beyond Quest Mage. Warlock's oppressive removal options and overwhelming late game are also well suited to take advantage of a slower meta, and if the meta continues to shift towards combo, Cublock can make great use of Dirty Rat to keep Mechathune Warlock and combo Druids at bay. Tier 2 has become the home to all of Wild's wayward aggro decks, but even though aggro is on the decline, you still can't afford to disrespect it. With Pirate Warrior and Odd Demon Hunter taking a step back, Discard Warlock is now one of the format's best options for hitting board and going face, and it's quickly becoming one of the most popular decks in the format. Disco Lock's hyper-efficient early game minions and powerful discard synergies can blow out almost any opponent, but the deck is still soft to early mass removal, and of course, it's still at the mercy of its discard RNG. That being said, if it can discard the right cards at the right time, Disco Lock can overwhelm any opponent. Secret Mage is also surging in popularity as a viable option for aggro players in the post-nerf meta. Not only is it one of the cheapest decks in the format, it's also one of the most flexible, and it's well suited for a slower format. Secret Mage has an angle of attack against almost any deck, with Arcane Flak Mage dominating opposing aggro, and relentless face damage and disruptive secrets keeping Quest Mage and other combo decks at bay. Secret Mage's place in the evolving meta will depend on where its worst matchups end up, so if we see Reno Priest stick around and Druids gain traction, we'll see Secret Mage continue to linger in Tier 2. For right now, it's a solid option for climbing, and it's one of the most accessible. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention one of the biggest winners of all from the demise of Demon Hunter. Even Shaman rejoins Tier 1 in spectacular fashion after being oppressed throughout the Ashes of Outland meta by Odd Demon Hunter's upgraded hero power, and it's now perhaps the best deck for taking advantage of the post-nerf meta. Against other aggro decks, Even Shaman's larger minions and powerful board control tools all ensure that Even Shaman can get ahead and stay ahead. Against combo decks, Even Shaman's sizable threats and burst damage potential can quickly end the game before the opponent can stabilize. Even against defensive decks, Even Shaman can use Devolve to push past taunts and deliver the finishing blow. Of course, Even Shaman's natural weakness is heavy removal, but with anti-aggro tech on the decline, it's becoming all too easy for Even Shaman to catch opponents off guard. Altogether, Even Shaman has a spectacular matchup spread across the board, and it's our pick for this Snapshot's meta breaker. In conclusion, the Wild meta is picking up the pieces after the recent balance changes. Aggro decks are on the decline, and combo decks like Quest Mage are eager to take advantage of a slower meta. Even as Wild grapples with these changes, we don't have very long to wait until Scholomance Academy launches, and where the meta ends up at that point will be anyone's guess. Be sure to check out the full meta report for all the details, and as always, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to stay up to date with our Wild Hearthstone content. Thanks for watching!